Sometimes things happen to confound the interviewee and the interviewer. Earlier today we phoned our friend Elton Smith at the Orokonui Bird Sanctuary in Otago. Elton had a Takahe couple who couldn't make fertile eggs, Kwamen and Paku. Right, so they were taking fertile eggs from another couple of birds, putting them in the nest of Kwamen and Paku and successfully increasing the number of Takahe parents raising chicks. Sensible, successful, good work. Fairly straightforward. Anyway, we called Elton to get him to describe all of this, but none of us had reckoned on a sudden burst of fertility from Kwamen. First, here's Elton telling us about the egg swap.
It's done. Yep, the eggs have been swapped. So we went over to Burwood Bush 6 o'clock this morning, joined our dock colleagues. They grabbed 2 fertile eggs off a couple, and then they're just coming back now, and then we've just swapped them. In fact, I can get a bit of an update because one of the eggs we took out.
Hold on, we've never done this on Checkpoint before. This is very exciting. So we're going to stay with you while you get a live-to-air update on the... Yeah.
Yeah, so Phil Marsh is our Takahe liaison officer. Say hello to John, Phil.
Oh, hello, John.
Phil, say hi to Phil from me, Elton.
He says hello back. How does that egg go?
Good, yep.
So it is fertile.
It's fertile. Yep.
Hold on, I need to say it. You heard it here first, Radio New Zealand
listeners. That's right, breaking. Although I have to be completely honest, there's the ODT in here.
Oh, no, don't say that.
They've got this. Okay, so I'll just update you. Yeah, thanks, guys. Right, yeah, so our pair was meant to be infertile, so hence the egg swap. So they are meant to have 2 infertile eggs. We give them 2 fertile eggs. Literally just then, I found out that one of the eggs they took out, the so-called dud, it's turned out to be a stud, and it's a fertile egg. So can you keep up with that one?
Not really. So you have a couple here, right, who've been together for 3 years?
Yes.
They can't make their own babies, can they?
No, so she is genetically compromised due to an inappropriate sibling relationship of her parents. So Doc don't want her to breed.
No, that doesn't sound ideal at all.
No, and then so the male, Kwamen, he's proven to be a bit of a dud for a long time. He's about 15 years old. In his last relationship, he had produced something like 18 infertile eggs in a row. And with Paku, they've been producing infertile eggs for 3 years, up until now. So, so for some reason, call it a miracle, call it just, maybe it's because he's 15, perhaps he's going, right, this is the last chance. But it has kind of put the doc staff going, right, okay, what are we going to do with this egg now?
How bizarre. So in the meantime, you decided that Kwamen and Paku, who weren't prior to now producing fertile eggs, would be given an egg, a fertile egg from another couple.
Yeah, so they've just got given 2 fertile eggs from a fertile couple.
Which they're going to raise as their own.
Yes, and they did that last year with one chick, so they raised the juvenile Takahe. So remarkably successful. Yeah. Hey, so Phil, what are we going to do now?
I'm just going to go and work that out.
Phil is going to work. So wait a sec. So we have. This is quite lovely, actually, because what we're looking at with one of the rarest, most endangered birds in the world is just momentarily you have an embarrassment of riches, don't you?
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, because the Department of Conservation celebrating because they've just hit 300 for the first time since they started managing Takahe.
Well, 300 all up, 300 living birds.
The entire planet.
And now, even the couples that weren't previously able to do it are getting in on the act.
Yeah, and I go figure what's happened there because it's he's getting quite old for a Takahe. 15's getting on, and he's never raised a fertile egg. So for some peculiar reason, something's happened this time. Maybe.
It's spring. It's spring. It's spring, Elton.
Must have got some good clover or red tussock.
Yeah.
Poor old Phil, our doc liaison officer, is just busy making a few phone calls now.
Yeah, to decide what to do. Paku must have looked at him in a certain way. Like, Kwamen, come over here.
I don't know. Oh, they did have a recent territorial dispute with the other pair we had and they had a bit of a standoff for 3 weeks. So maybe that got Kwame
galvanised.
Yeah, he thought, right, okay, I can't lose her.
Well, we're delighted. I'm delighted to have been privy to that. Previously, when you've given them eggs from other couples, or an egg from another couple last season, what were they like as parents?
Well, to start off with, Kwame wasn't very good at all because he'd never been a father. So, like a first-time parent, it was a bit overwhelming, I think. So, for the first week, he didn't really feed the chick or his partner often, hardly ever. So, it took him about a good week to learn how to be a dad. And after about a week, he started feeding very good.
Oh.
Yeah. So, this time round, with hopefully with 2 fertile eggs, which are meant to hatch this time next week, he's going to be able to help raise 2 chicks.
When they hatch, will you see all of this happen? Are you able to photograph it for us, or do you leave them to it once it all starts?
We'll be very hands-off for a while and they're incredibly protective, and they'll secrete those chicks away. For the first couple of weeks, you hardly ever see them. You might see the adults, and you might hear some cheeping sounds. But we'll try to get some footage as soon as we possibly can, because they're very cute as well, of course.
Elton Smith from the Orokonui Bird Sanctuary just outside Dunedin. Delightful company, Elton.